Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Grace. Recently, I wrote an article about beginning your financial journey. One of the readers asked me to make it into a video. So here I am making a video about beginning your financial journey. Financial journeys are initiated all the time. It could be the first or a repeated attempt. All that matters is that someone has the intention of starting to manage their finances and they're actually making steps towards it. Money does not solve all problems, but it does solve all of our money problems. You do not have to make or possess a lot of money in order to manage your personal finances. You can start as small as possible. Most people work a regular or start a job or jobs. And managing finances at any point is critical to one's financial journey. Starting to manage finances on a small salary could be challenging, but it is possible. After writing this article, I reflected on it and realized that this information is the same information that I have been told countless times. You probably know about all these things that I have talked about. But I still find that people have a problem saving money. After observing the people around me, especially the ones at work or the ones that I interact with, I have come to a few realizations. One is that some people just cannot save. They cannot save because how do I put this? I don't know if it's some kind of sickness or a disorder that they have. They have no concept of delayed gratification. There are people that cannot let money sit in their bank accounts. It is like they will get some kind of life-threatening condition if they left a few dollars in their bank account. As soon as they know that money is in there, as soon as it hits their bank account, they have to deplete it. They have to use it in some way, even if the way they choose to use it does not make sense. They just have to get rid of their money. If they have credit cards, they cannot sit comfortably until they have reached the limit of that credit card. They will use it for everything under the sun. They will buy nonsensical items just so that the credit card can be maxed out. I do not understand that behavior, but I have observed it with some of my coworkers. And then there are others who are even more extreme than that. There are individuals who will even spend money that they haven't earned. They will go to an establishment that offers payday loans and get money from them for work that they haven't yet put in and a paycheck that they haven't yet earned. They're basically guaranteeing that they're gonna pay back this payday loan with the next week or next month salary that they haven't yet earned, they haven't yet put in the work. And they're getting this money now and using it for I don't even know what. So both of these people, the ones who cannot let money sit in the bank account and the ones who are spending money that they haven't yet earned, I do not understand how these people process the information that is going through their head, especially making decisions like this. But I do understand that people like this cannot save money because they'll probably die if $1 stayed on their bank account or if there was $1 left to reach their credit card limit. I understand how those people cannot save because it goes against everything that they believe in and everything that they practice. So before they can even start to save a little bit of money, they have to first be okay with a little bit of money sitting in their bank account and not being used. What comes to mind is having your cake and not eating it. Having something that you desire right in front of you and not consuming it. It is like having a pretty man or a pretty woman pass right in front of you and you deciding that you are not going to do anything about it. You can have something desirable and just let it be. I know that that concept is so foreign for some people, but if you are one of the extremes of people that cannot save money because you'll probably die from leaving money in a bank account or on a card, then you have to start from there. The only solution that I have found to this day to help with that is discipline. You're gonna have to practice leaving the money in an account that you can access and just letting it be. You're probably going to start with small amounts. Even if it's just $1, just put it there and leave it alone for as long as you can. Hopefully months or years, just leave the money alone. The other problem that I have come across is people using the entire paycheck. So if they get paid, say $1,000 in a month, they want to use the entire $1,000, or they plan to use the entire $1,000. It doesn't matter how much you make. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, a lawyer, or any other profession that makes a lot of money. It doesn't matter. If you use all the money that you make, you're gonna be left with zero. And if you use more than you make, you always have a deficit. Take the example of all these countries that are in deficit. For example, the United States. Individuals in the United States make a lot of money. The country as a whole makes a lot of money. Every year, the government seems to spend and budget for more money than they make every year. So every time their budget is in a deficit, and instead of paying it off, they're trying to get even more loans. So making more money is not going to solve the problem of exceeding your budget or your income every time you get paid. It's not going to happen. You're always going to be in debt. You're going to be borrowing, or your bank account is always going to be at zero. So the first point about budgeting comes into play at this point. First, create a budget for your previous expenses, say the previous month, to see how you're spending money so that you can make cuts and make your budget fit your income. Make sure that it is less than your income. Even if it's less than $1, you'll save $1 for that 1 month, and then increase the savings each month. Cut back each month. If you start with $1, you can go to $2, and then $3, and then $4. And over time, you could get to hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars in savings. Start small. Cut that budget. If you're living in a very expensive house or a very expensive neighborhood, you may want to cut back by moving to a different location. Or if you are renting and you are paying mortgage of like $1,500 or greater than $2,000 in rent, look into owning a property, because people are out here paying mortgages of less than $1,000. You can always sell the house whenever you want to move, or you can rent between the times that you are moving. For example, if you bought a house and you're paying a mortgage on the house and now you have to move, when you are moving, you can look for a rental property and move a renter into your house. That way they're giving you money and paying mortgage at the same time. That will reduce your housing cost, because rent of $2,000 in a place where you can pay a mortgage of $1,000 just doesn't make sense. Buy the house, especially if you can afford it, because you can afford to pay rent of $2,000. All right, let's move on to savings goals. The first savings goal that I would give anybody to do is to create an emergency fund. Because it doesn't matter how much you save, without the emergency fund, if anything hits, you're gonna deplete the savings. So your first savings goal should always be an emergency fund, which should be about 3 to 6 months, or you can even make it a year. It depends on your circumstances and whatever you are making. Okay? Create you an emergency fund and park it in one of your savings accounts. I always tell people to get 2 savings accounts. So you have 3 accounts in total. The first one is your checking, which is where your paycheck goes whenever you get paid. So the first one's checking. The other 2 accounts that you're gonna have are savings accounts. One is a high yield savings account, and the other one is just a regular savings account. The high yield savings account is going to be the one with your emergency fund. Whatever the goal is for your emergency fund, which is 3 months to a year of your salary, you do not start putting money into your other savings account until you have reached the goal of your emergency savings account. That's the first savings goal that you should try to hit, the emergency fund. Now, once you hit it, that will give you a cushion. It will give you some relief whenever anything happens. So if something happens to you, you can always go and get money from your emergency fund. That way, you now have the freedom to invest in your other savings account. Now, your other savings account, the goal could change from time to time. You could want to buy a car. I would say a used car, but you can buy whatever car that you want. So whenever you hit that goal of whatever money that you need to buy your car, I keep on saying used car, yes, used car. Whenever you hit the goal of whatever money you need to buy the used car, then you can deplete that savings account to buy the used car and start over again. Now it's going to be a new goal. I don't know what new goal that you have. You could want to start a business. You can want to buy a house. You can want to buy anything that you want or find anything that you want. Over time, my savings account has been used to fund so many projects that I've done. I bought houses, land, a little bit of shopping here and there, a few trips, and many other things. So the goal for that other savings account is very flexible, and you can do whatever you want with it. When it comes to automating savings, the banks have already figured all this out for you. It's the same way you can automate payments for all your utility bills or any other thing that you got payments for. Your bank account allows you to do this kind of automation. So since you have your different accounts, we talked about 3 accounts. Since you have your checking account, your emergency fund in a high yield savings account, and your regular savings account, you can schedule payments to either one or both of your savings accounts on a regular basis. It could be once a month or once every pay period, or whatever you feel comfortable with. You can automate it, or you can schedule it so that a certain amount of money gets out of your account and gets into those other savings accounts whenever you feel like it. So you no longer have to think or actually make the transaction. Everything is on auto savings. It just automatically goes into those accounts on that particular day that you said you wanted that thing to happen. I would tell you not to check your accounts. You can check your checking account. However, do not obsess with checking your savings accounts on a daily basis. You can check these accounts every 3, 6, or 12 months if you can go that long without looking at your money. It is perfectly fine. It will just keep on happening, and over time, when you finally go and check it, how much you got saved, it will be a substantial amount whenever you go and check. Especially if you wait long periods of time before you check on your account, or if you contribute to your savings on a regular basis. Some people do it every week. Whatever is fine with you. Once you finally go and check on it, it will look like a substantial amount. And you will be surprised at how much you are able to save. Talking about ways to increase income. Well, since most people work regular jobs, you would think that there is no other way to increase income. But there are so many ways. I'm doing YouTube right now. I'm sure you're watching this video. There's people who are earning income from YouTube. I'm not. Right now I'm not earning any income. But there's people who are earning income from YouTube. They can do it through ads, affiliate links. They can collaborate with different brands in order to get a commission on whatever they're selling or promoting. So it is possible. I also have a blog, makes a little bit of money, but it could be more. You can freelance, basically sell the services that you are giving to your employer, but doing it for yourself. Say, if you were a cleaner, you could freelance as a cleaner on your days off for your coworkers. If they have problems cleaning their houses, they could be tired during the weekends or whatever days that they're free, and you can offer to clean their houses for them, free money. You could mow lawns or anything. You can start businesses in anything, any field that you feel like. Of course, this is going to require a higher skill or maybe learning new material, but it is possible. Some people make money as they work whatever job that they do. And then there are people who have seen work 2 jobs at the same time, so it's possible. You can also apply for a promotion or move to another job similar to the one that you're doing right now that is just paying higher. Whatever you need to do to increase your income, do it. It will make it easier for you to save, especially if you do not increase your expenses with an increase in income. Do not do that. Set your budget and make sure to stick to your budget no matter how much income you receive. Make sure to set your budget, which was the first point. Create a budget that you are fine with, that you are comfortable with, and then try to stick to it no matter how much income you get. No matter how much your income increases, stick to your budget. Stay within that budget. Do not increase your expenses just because you got a promotion or a pay increase. Number 5 is to reduce debt. Cut your spending. Reduce the spending, whatever you have been spending money on, which of course you went through when you were creating your budget. You looked at what you had spent money on and you've cut out all that excess stuff. That is the first way to reduce debt. If you're not buying stuff off of Amazon or shopping, going to expensive places, going on vacation, or buying new electronics or vehicles, or I don't know what you spend money on. But if you stop spending money on whatever it is that is not necessary, your debt will decrease, because usually people use credit cards to make those payments. So if you stop spending that much, your credit card bill will reduce. When your spending has reduced, hopefully at this point, you have a little bit of money left over because you're not spending it. You can use that money to start paying off the debt that you have accrued on your credit cards, because usually credit cards have high interest rates on them. So with those few dollars that you have saved, use it to pay off your credit cards so that you are not spending half of your paycheck trying to pay off your credit cards. Once your credit cards have been paid off, do not start spending again. Now is the time to put that same money that you have been using to pay off your credit cards towards your emergency fund. And after you reach the goal of your emergency fund, put that money towards your savings. And whatever money you have been able to save for however long that you've been doing it is what you can use to increase your income by investing it in some kind of asset or creating a business. If you're still not able to save enough, even after cutting your unnecessary expenditures, you can use coupons and shop smart when shopping for your groceries or for your necessities. For this, you can use apps. There are some that have coupons on them. You can go to discount stores in order to buy the items that you feel are necessary for you. You can buy items in bulk. You can buy used items instead of new ones. You can use sites like Facebook Marketplace, or you can go to secondhand stores, thrift stores, and antique stores to get things that you may like. And some of them have barely been used. I have bought clothes from secondhand stores that still have the tags on them and have never been worn. So yes, all of this, creating a budget, setting a savings goal, automating your savings, finding ways to increase your income, reducing debt, and using coupons and shopping smart. All of these ways are ways for you to begin your financial journey. They will help you save. They will help you start. Now you may be wondering why we're saving money. Why save money? We are going to be talking about this in my next video. It's going to be titled Invest It. If you found this video interesting, check out the others on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, thank you for watching and have a great day. See you next week.